Hello! I've not made a video in ages, and today I'm going to show you my new car. The story behind it is I needed something that was a bit bigger, more practical because of all the cycling I've been doing. It also had to be good on fuel and nice to look at. So, this isn't what I bought. What I actually bought is a lot cooler. This is the car that I have bought. It is a Fiesta ST. You can go watch a proper review on the Grand Tour or Top Gear. This is a review for people that really want one of these and you want to see the things that you actually care about. I'm not going to be going on about how comfy it is. I'm going to be talking about the things that you're interested in if you're looking for a Fiesta ST. So let's get started. So the car behind me is a Fiesta ST-2, meaning there's slightly less stuff on it than the ST3, but if you're going to buy a blue one, like I have obviously done here, the ST2 comes with blue stitching and the ST1 and 3 do not. So that's the biggest reason that I went for an ST2 over an ST3 even. Another extra are these optional ST3 18-inch rims, which you can only get on the ST2 and they're standard on the ST3. Inside you can see a bit more of these amazing Recaro bucket seats. If you've ever been in the last Fiesta ST, they're quite similar to that, although these ones have no leather on them. You only get leather in the ST3, and in the middle they're kind of like an Alcantara. I don't know if it's real or not, but they do look amazing. These ones are all cloth, and they've got this amazing blue stitching, which is also elsewhere in the interior, which I will show you now. Other places you get blue are on the seat belts, front and rear. Obviously on the rear seats. You get it around the steering wheel. You can see the nice gauge cluster there, which kind of vanishes when you turn it off, and then when you turn the car on it reappears, which is really cool. Launch control, because this car is fitted with the performance pack. Back to the blue stitching you get around the gear selector, and really this car's colour is blue. All the lighting, you can see in here, all the lighting is blue, the mood lighting. You get blue lights in the footwells and also in the door bins. If you do not go for the panoramic roof, you get a sunglasses holder. I think the roof on this one, you kind of see the crease, it's almost like a double bubble, like an old race car, and it is very cool. Under the floor in the back, I'm sure you've seen this before, but we care about it, there is a subwoofer Bang & Olufsen. Ain't that cool? You also get a little funnel for the fuel and tyre gunk and all the like. The boot being slightly bigger than the last Fiesta, I had the Mark 7, 2012, the review is up here. The boot is slightly bigger, the seats fold down and it's also slightly bigger. A hot hatch obviously has to be amazing to drive, which I can confirm it is, so I'll also show you it when I get out on the road in it later on. But it also has to be livable. I've shown you in the boot, which is again slightly bigger than the last one, because this car is slightly longer, slightly wider and also slightly taller, although it looks smaller and wider. Not so much longer, but the bigger wheels do help with that a bit, although the 17 inches you get on the ST1 and ST2 look amazing. So if we flick this seat forward by using the handle on the back of it, we can get in the back, can have a look at the lovely blue stitched floor mats, and if we get in the back, we can see that it's actually surprisingly comfortable. It's better than the last one, and these seats are hugely thick. So if I pull this back, I'm 5'9", or 10, or 6 foot if you count the hair. If I pull this back, I've got more space than I had in my last car. I mean, it's a win-win-win-win. So, without further ado, let me give you the obligatory sport mode startup. You'll also be able to see, if you look in this one, you will be able to see the valve open up. I mean, I'm going to stop wasting your time. Let's get it out on the road. Here we go. We're coming out onto now a kind of single track British B road. Tops. And it's fast. There we go. All the way up to exactly 30 miles an hour. Just like it's nothing. It also pops if you do a heel-toe downshift. It'll pop when the revs come up, and it just sounds amazing. It sounds so good. You've heard Chris Harris and all the bunch say it sounds like a 911, an old 911, and it does. When you get your foot down past halfway and you engage that third cylinder, it sounds like a 911. Listen to this. It sounds so good, and you lift off and you get pops, and you change gear and you get pops, and you've got launch control. You bring it to a stop, it'll come up on the dashboard with, it's pretty much asking if you want launch control. You hit OK on the steering wheel, you bury your foot on the throttle with your clutch foot down, and you let off and you leave like a stabbed rat, and it does pop still. And there's a van, hello. Oh, and it's just so good. I mentioned with the third cylinder coming on, and you know this already if you know about the car, it goes down to 2 cylinders when you're below 4,500 revs or below half throttle. Meaning when you're just driving through town, you're on the motorway, you're on 2 cylinders, and it does save you quite a lot of fuel. I've driven this down, it's about 150 miles one way, so 300-mile road trip, and that was with some really fun twisty roads for about 20 of those miles. And it averaged 45 miles to the gallon. But from day to day, you'll probably be more likely to see high 30s to low 40s. I usually get about 38. Just now on this tank of petrol, I'm sitting at 34. So it does depend how you drive it, and it does depend what fuel you put in it. On you go, son. Send it. Yeah, go. 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 There we go. Oh, she did a skid, isn't that cool? Going on to now a twisty road. Lifting the inside back wheel off the ground. Popping. Foot on the floor now. Off the hard limiter, listen to this. That's third gear. I'm not going to say how fast that was. For the sake of this video, that was 60 miles per hour. We're coming back onto the A9. So we're going to do a little 0 to 60, well 0-ish, so I'm going to put my foot down in first gear now. 30, 50, 60. You've got to change up from second to third gear at about 55 miles an hour, which does eat into your 0 to 60 time. So the 0 to 60 time off the ST with the performance pack is 6.5 seconds. Without the pack, that drops down to 6.7, which is the same as the ST-200. This car feels faster than 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. It is because of that gear change that it gets that big number. It feels closer to a 5-second car. So we've got a clear bit of road coming up. I will demonstrate the lane keep system. So if I steer it into the middle of the road, let go, you see the wheel? Turning me back into the lane. I don't know if I like it or not. I know it might save my life one day, but seeing the wheel turn in front of you is scary. Also, if you take your hands off for too long, you will get a message popping up on the screen telling you to put your hands back on the wheel and stop being so immature. It will also cancel the lane keep assist, so if you have genuinely fallen asleep, you will crash into a hedge. It's a normal car, it's a normal car. Here's a corner coming up. It's actually a good corner that I could pop the inside rear wheel on. Nice little pop. and we keep it in second gear, turn in, and then get on the beans, and oh my god, it is a rocket ship! It is funny. That's the only way I can describe it. It is a fun car.